You know that feeling at work like you're in a constant battle against chaos? Well, what if I told you there's a hidden order in all that mess? A powerful system you can actually tap into every single day. Today, we're going to dig into a mindset that transforms that complexity and reveals the coordination just beneath the surface. Think about a beehive for a second. From a distance, it just looks, well, chaotic, right? A buzzing, seemingly random whirlwind. But this quote, it absolutely nails a really powerful idea. What we often think is chaos in our own jobs is actually a beautifully coordinated system, if we just learn how to see it. And that really is the big question for any leader today, isn't it? Is your workplace actually chaotic, or is there an underlying system of coordination hiding just under the surface that you haven't spotted yet? The secret? Well, it's all about finding those hidden patterns. I mean, we've all been there, right? Feeling completely overwhelmed, trying to manage growth while teetering on the edge of burnout. And the default advice is always just work harder. But what if that's the wrong answer? The Hive Mindset points to a totally different path. It's not about more effort, it's about a whole new perspective. Okay, so how do we actually get that new perspective? It really boils down to three simple pillars. These are the foundation of any thriving team, kind of like the honeycomb itself, They give the whole hive its structure and its strength. First up, we've got process. Think of this as the architecture of your team. Good, solid processes create a stable, predictable framework where work can just flow. It makes it so much easier to spot problems and solve them before they blow up into full-blown crises. All right, next is the product. This is your why. It's the real, tangible value you're creating, the whole point of all the effort. When you have a clear, compelling product, it aligns everyone. It becomes the North Star that guides both your people and your processes. But, and this is a big but, the third pillar is absolutely the most crucial. You can have the best processes and the slickest product in the world, but it's the people who build the momentum. Without your people, aligned, curious, and empowered, the whole system just grinds to a halt. So let's dive a little deeper into that first pillar, process. How do you build processes that actually create clarity instead of more confusion? Well, it can start with a technique that's so simple it's almost deceptive, but trust me, it's powerful. It's called the 5 whys. And no, this isn't some super complex framework you need an MBA to understand. It's a tool that literally anyone can use. And its real power is in that simplicity. It helps you stop putting band-aids on problems and actually start fixing the real root causes of all that chaos. Okay, here's how it works in practice. A machine stops working. Why? Because it overheated. Okay, but why? Because the cooling system failed. And why did that happen? Coolant was low. Getting warmer. Why was it low? Because a gasket failed. See, you don't just stop at the surface level problem. You keep digging until you find the real root cause. Now you're fixing the leak for good. But again, even the best processes, all aimed at an amazing product, are totally useless without the right people driving them. And that brings us back to what I think is the most critical pillar of all, the people. They're the ones who power the whole system and create that unstoppable momentum. And this is where we see a really important shift in how we think about leadership. The old way, it was all directive. Do this, do that. Just managing the output. But the Hive mindset is all about a developmental approach. You're not managing the work. You're managing the people. You're building up their skills and their ability to solve problems on their own. I love this quote. It just perfectly captures what we're talking about. Your job as a leader isn't to do the work. It's to build an environment where your people can do their best work. You take care of the people, and trust me, they will take care of the output. And look, this doesn't have to be some huge, complicated thing. You can literally start today with one simple but ridiculously powerful coaching question. The next time someone on your team brings you a problem, fight that urge to jump in and solve it. Just pause and ask, and what else? Seriously, you'll be amazed at what comes out when you just create that little bit of space for them. So when you start to bring all these pieces together, right, you have a deep focus on your people, supported by really clear processes, and everyone is aligned on creating a valuable product, well, you end up with something way more powerful than just a team. You get a hive. And that is the Hive mindset. It's not some rigid rule book, It's a philosophy. It's about really getting that momentum comes from people. It's about building systems that can actually adapt. And it's about making sure that everything, and I mean everything you do, is in service of a clear, shared purpose. At its core, really adopting this mindset requires one fundamental shift. It's a shift from ego to ecosystem. It means moving away from worrying about who gets the credit or hoarding information in silos. Instead, the focus becomes the success of the whole group. Information flows freely. It's that simple, powerful shift from me to we. So, what does this look like day to day? Well, it's about listening deeply, not just to the words, but to what's not being said. It's about solving problems slowly so you can find the real issue, not just the first one that pops up. And maybe most importantly, it's about building systems on a foundation of trust, systems that are sustainable and actually prevent burnout instead of causing it. So, I want to leave you with one final question to think about. Take a hard look at your team, your projects, your whole organization. Are you just a collection of individuals who happen to be working near each other? Or are you really building a hive, a coordinated, purposeful, and resilient ecosystem? The choice of what you build next, that's entirely up to you.